Hi
Hi,
everyone.
good
Hi,
evening,
Pauline.
Shweta. Right, good
Yeah.
evening.
So welcome back to What Guinea Reads, and you know that Pauline has decided to take us to different lands. She anyway does that, but this time especially, she's taking us to different places through various books that she's introducing. So Pauline, very curious to know what have you brought today?
Yeah, I am also very excited to just present it. So, if you all recall that last week we went to Tibet, right, with Phum Top Chen. This week, but Tibetan people not necessarily they live only in Tibet, right? Tibet is a culture. Tibetan is a culture. So there is this one place where they stay is Ladakh. And this today we are actually going visiting Ladakh. However, it's a very, very special book. The name of the book is Thukpa for All. It's written by Prabharam and Sheila Prewitt and illustrated by Shilpa Ranade. So, thukpa is a Tibetan dish. I think almost all of us now know that, especially people. I'm in Bangalore and Shweta is in Delhi. And Bangalore and Delhi, I think, has got more momos and thukpa than they actually eat, I think, in Tibet.
Yeah,
It has
true.
almost become our local snack these days. And now it's winter, so I think it's all the more fun to have that. Howsoever, the story is Thukpa for All. So the story unfolds in Ladakh. If you see these little flags, I think most of the children who are seeing this for the first time and have not traveled, because the last 2 years we have not traveled right anywhere, they will ask why it is. So Buddhist culture is a very, very integral part of the Tibetan culture, and these are the Buddhist prayer flags that you will find in any monastery town somewhere else. And I think and last time we spoke about altitude and clouds, and this is how beautiful Ladakh looks, because it's almost an altitude and the clouds come and go and you can see the village at the city, or you cannot see. But anyways, the story is about this little boy called Sering, who almost invites the whole town to have thukpa with him. uh, and the entire story is Sering's, wandering and meandering around the crevices, the roads of Ladakh, and that's why I think the book is extremely beautiful, right? Because you also travel with Sering and find out how there are different people, starting from a Tashi uncle to to an old shepherd boy, to someone who is feeding the peas, and he also collects the different ingredients that is needed for thukpa. And I think that is precisely also shows something about the community. Why is it thukpa for all? Because it's also made by all. They are not only uh, invited. I think everybody has a tiny bit to offer into a thukpa, starting from a recipe to little leaves and stuff, and all those things. However, there is something more to the book. It's basically it unfolds here. So they come, and while he is at the preparation of the meal, sharing with his abi, with his grandmother, um, there is power cut, right? And in a small village town, it's very common because there is no regular source of electricity. And then there is um, so I will read this out, and I don't want to make this obvious. Oh no, the power went out. It's so dark, complains Rigzin. Rigzin is one of the person who has come. It's a little early for a power cut, says Nima auntie. Not much moonlight other, observes Norvo, Mimi. How will I finish making my thukpa? Abby worries aloud as she adds the onions and tomatoes to the pot. Lights on or off doesn't matter to me, Abby Lee, says Sering as he saunters closer to Abby, and I will help you. So, for Sering, it really doesn't matter whether there are lights on or off, because he can pretty much function, right, with what. And then you realize that there is something more to this book. But throughout the book, I think once again I always say that agency and looking at a person as a whole, and this entire book is about sharing and him as a whole person who is happy, who plays, who calls that entire town at home. as well as also there is some part of Sering, right, which we get to know, but that doesn't become the only narrative of Sering. Okay, so here there is Ladakh. Here there is this little boy who loves Thukpa. The town comes together to cook this, and we also get to know that that all of us have got every little thing that we can do and every little thing that we cannot do because of certain conditions or abilities or inabilities. And that's what this book is all about. Also, it last, they all have the thukpa happily, and for little children there is also a very nice recipe, a little glimpse into the Ladakh life, and a very nice recipe of thukpa here. um, so it actually engages with you on many levels. I feel it's a very neatly, very nicely presented and written book. Um, many things together, but also equally enjoyable for the child to stay with the book for quite some time. In fact.
Lovely. That's a lovely introduction, Polemy. Like you shared everything and kept some secrets as well, you know.
Mm,
So that's a specialty as well. So
mm.
which part is favorite for you and your daughter when you read it?
Okay, I will tell you. I will show that to you as well. I think this is the part I will show you. So Sering, of course, travels all across, and Sering is free to, pick up a sheep and pet a dog and stuff. So my daughter, these are fantastic places where you are free to have animals and people and all around, and you can haul. You don't really need to have permission, and you can't see them on the road, and you still need to go and ask. So I think that is what. And then we of course stayed with it, and we understood. She now understands that there are communities where this is possible, that everyone coexist and cohabit, and the sheep is not just an animal, is very much a part of the larger ecosystem. So it's not about you can just grab it, it's just because he or she belongs to that particular place. But I think this is what is her enjoyable, but that entire story, that calling everybody around, and it builds a kind of suspense that will it be enough, for, but people who come also bring their own share in their own ways, right? uh, so I think that's what was very interesting for her, and of course to see a place where there are mountains and rivers and everything all around. So like it's a magical
Right.
place.
Your daughter loves nature, of course.
Mhm.
Um, thank you, Pallavi, for bringing this in, and we hope everybody who's watching this that you're very curious about this book and you're going to read it with children around you. So we'll see you again with another book, and you can catch up with everything that has happened till now in What Guinea Reads series by going to our website and catching up with the whole playlist. Thank you, Pallavi, and see you again.
Thank you. Welcome everyone. And as I said last time, we are going to travel to new places now with the books. Actually, in fact, it's Christmas time, which is coming. So maybe we will try and find more magical folk tales in the coming 2 weeks. In fact. Okay,
Lovely. See you,
thank you.
Pallavi. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.